What's good, Humble Squad? It's your boy HumbleZiggy. We back here with another reaction for y'all, and we back with another death battle, and we got Kratos versus Asura, the God of War versus Asura's Wrath. So, hey, it's been over a month since I've reacted to. Because when I was checking to see what was the last one I did, it was over a month ago. So, hey, but to be honest, I don't blame Death Battle, cause you would have to get it's a whole lot of work going into these battles. Cause one, you gotta get many submissions from your audience, and two, the many works you gotta do into it. But then again, 9 times out of 10. The battles themselves, they are predetermined because of the favoritism, but who knows? Sometimes you never know who's gonna win, especially when you know there's 2 great characters. You never know who's gonna win. But enough of me talking, we about to check this out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my socials up there, and without further ado, let's get it.
Kratos versus Asura.
The Ghost of Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor. Cause sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. He's whiz and I'm boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
I don't know about
armor,
that
and
now.
skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the beginning, the Primordials waged war across existence. A series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang.
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus's strikes, the stars were spawned, and so forth. Thus, the world itself was born from violence.
Starting a whole messy cycle, Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own son, Kratos.
As a classic bastard child of Zeus, Kratos was left among Spartan mortals, far exceeding all among him. He became a fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours. A deal was made, and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the Ghost of Sparta.
So he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new god of war. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new god of war took out his rage on all of them.
I mean, hey, all I'm gonna say is, imagine being, basically you can say that all of this rage is from him losing his wife and daughter and whatnot, and the ashes are on him. So to have that rage in you and to go into the Olympics or Olympians or whatever, Mount Olympics, something like that, I don't know, and wanted to face all the gods there, kill all of them, and want to call yourself the god, crazy to me.
Really pissed off. Time for a new god of war. The gods
saying, I'ma take over now.
Togas in fear as the new god of war took out his rage on all of them, and got some new gear out of it too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos dominated both sea and sky. He also has a tendency to carry powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades could steal souls, even the soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos, nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the Titan of Strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Not even his grandfather can beat his ass. Damn. You know you're that pop, cause you always know whenever in a family tree, the grandparents or great grandparents are always at the top. So the fact that you can be able to defeat the top, you can say top monarch or whatnot of your family, you something else.
You know, the guy who
grandfather can't stop you.
Primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light. A frankly incomprehensible feat.
Then there's Daddy Zeus,
who proved a serious challenge.
Yo.
Until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus.
it can make tornadoes, lightning,
Olympic
force
stabbing.
fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It siphons godly energy and can pull it up to even kill Zeus. Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet, he
Damn.
couldn't be any more depressed.
His wife and daughter were still gone. What was he
Exactly.
to do?
So
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years.
hey, it's basically like this. No matter what you go through your life, right? As a man, you can say you battled everything and whatnot, but you'll never get over the battle of what's it called? Freaking grief or whatnot, cause your wife and your kid is gone. Yeah, you can never get over that. So hey, he might be a tough SOB, but he's still a sensitive SOB
What
because
was
of
he
his wife
to
and
do?
son.
He
Wife
didn't
and daughter
know.
gone.
He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the
boy.
toughest task he ever undertook, especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again! But hey, it wasn't Kratos' fault this time.
Another
And
one
Faye
bites
left
the dust,
tools he'd need
apparently.
to keep the boy safe, including the
Why you say
Leviathan
that like
axe.
that?
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan axe was deliberate and mighty. Said
I don't know why you had to say the boy like that for.
In 1984, the Air Jordan was banned from the game. Nike could have paid.
said to rival
Sorry if y'all hear
Mjolnir
stuff in the
itself.
background.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's imbued with ice magic and a poison even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Aesir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Nigga. You don't learn your, well, can I say, can he learn his lesson the first time? Oh, and like how 8 minutes passed. I'm gonna do it like this for every, because I know realizing that with YouTube, the first 8, apparently from what I've seen or heard, the first 8, if the first 8 minutes of your video has curse words, I guess it's demonetized or whatever. So I'm gonna make it a challenge to myself that if anyhow when I'm seeing my recording it's past 8 minutes, I can start cursing. So now I can say, I'm like, nigga, motherfucker. Already started cursing. But you didn't learn your lesson the first time. Leave the gods alone. Stop trying to battle gods.
With his new weapons and
It's
a new
essentially what
purpose,
happened to
he
you right
stood
now.
as a shield against the godly Aesir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he
Exactly.
knew how to control his anger.
Which is
I
even
guess.
more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic.
That's crazy.
And Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all types of energy and blast
Yes, I'm
back.
lotioning myself.
He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its
Why he look like Groot?
considerable time on his own, and the sheer
Freaking why him right here? Why he look like Groot? Freaking I am Groot head
power
ass.
of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down
Groot, come
to
get
its
your
very
father.
roots.
That's the world tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest to free the
Basically.
Norse world, Kratos reclaimed old weapons by reckoning with his past.
So his feats are killed most of the Greek pantheon, climbed out of the underworld after dying, forced Atlas to hold up the universe forever, killed Kronos, who overthrew the creator of the Greek universe, released hope into the Greek and Norse realms, survived being thrown across the entire... Excuse me? He freaking got chucked. So after getting freaking frisbeed or whatnot, you survived? That's crazy. Reconciled with his past to become a better god, defeated Atlas, Hercules, Zeus, Thor, Odin, fought Shovel Knight to a standstill.
Sins, even
Basically,
taking up the blade
don't
of Olympus
fuck with him.
once again.
Even better,
He's
he
on-
actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Stop saying that.
Kratos made a lifetime of mistakes, but this future would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past. Not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood Gold, you can now enjoy
The
the perks.
Hood Gold.
There's Robinhood.com/boost. Over by Robin Hood Gold LLC.
Sorry.
Long
you ain't
ago,
gonna do that
a
to me.
demigod fell from the heavens, only to rise from the depths of Naraka after 12,000 years.
After 12,000 years, he's free to punch everything dumb enough to get in his way. He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Alongside 7 other demigod generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma, dark spirit monsters infesting the world.
And the demigods battled the Goma by wielding a mystic energy formed from human prayer. Mantra.
The last thing in the background saying put him in Marvel vs. Capcom. Look at what? I'm pretty sure he's killing off he's self-deleting, let me say it like that for YouTube purposes, sorry. He's self-deleting any superhero and any villain in Marvel. That's just me. I'm
By
just
advancing
thinking
technology
simple
with
like that,
Mantra,
but
the Guardian Generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness Mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping into his wrath, Asura can take many
Rage.
forms for battle, like the 6-armed Vajra, a state powerful enough to subdue the embodiment of the planet's will in the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
But he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right? Right?
Funny you should say that.
God damn it.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra,
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge mantra energy.
which gave Asura's prideful commander, Deus, an idea. If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian Generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife, kidnapped Mithra, and then just straight up killed him. What a dick.
But true to his nature, Asura
Yep.
was literally too angry to die. So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between life and death. Thanks to some coaxing from a strange golden spider, he did just that, with an all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods.
I know, first of all, I know good and damn well you not using WWE superstar Gunther's old NXT UK theme song in the background. I know other people, but to me, when I'm hearing this, I'm hearing Gunther. What the
Just
hell?
That, with an all-new purpose in mind.
WWE,
Make
come
the gods pay. Oh yeah, they're calling themselves gods now. Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really...
I'm sorry, you gotta hit the Gunther pose when you hearing it. No matter which one it is, whether it's this current one or his old NXT UK
really,
one. You just gotta hit it
pissed
just
off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded.
Just gotta do it like
rising
this,
up
hold
to
on.
throw giants like
Gotta
ragdolls,
do-
shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen.
Who could dwarf the planet and wreck it with just a finger? Look at this!
Asura is so powerful, his soul
Gotta hit it
cannot
like that.
be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his fists to break steel, fire explosive energy
Gotta
blasts.
hit that Gunther
Headbutt
pose
you
real
so
good, like.
hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode, he can rapid fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest
He should be in the freaking he should be in JoJo's with the way how if he's rapid firing every single time, got that like JoJo speed, that muda
wasn't all
type
shouting
firing.
and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that. But he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid. Like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then the gods
Damn.
killed that girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years.
So you need to tell me this man Asura will get has basically the power of basically a goddamn big ass army, right? And what gets his power is him being so freaking angry. Boy, if that could ever be so related to right now in real life, where somebody gets so freaking pissed off that they started beating the shit out of anybody who comes their way, or beat the shit out of most in like a big ass army. Hell, even the hood. I'm just saying.
Seriously,
Not
guys,
one
you're
person
missing
should
out the
be
guy
having that
who
type of
literally
power.
gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna
Which is
happen?
crazy.
Yet even in berserker mode,
Yeah, that's not
Asura
smart.
never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high even he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again! Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst. then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms. His mantra form, finally, a power capable of killing Vlitra in a big planet-busting blast.
Deus was defeated and Gaia was saved. Yet, Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop.
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of Mantra and the entire universe.
And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it. That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter the Mantra reactor. Capable of holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
Hey, sometimes they say, sometimes you gotta mask the, I don't know how it goes, but when you got to like hold the rage inside you in order to find a way how to master it and help dish it out in the most respectful way you can.
Really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet! Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars!
Chakravartin was, understandably, impressed, and offered Asura a chance to take his place. Asura smiled at the offer, and extended his arm.
Right into Chakra's face! As if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin dead, so was the concept of Mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu, right in the balls.
It's interesting. Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything. All because of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay. Now that's a god I can get behind.
And a dad too. Hey, simple as that. Just with that, you could put it like that. The minute when you try to make my kid cry, you gonna feel my wrath. Basically, that's how you can summarize it as. You make my daughter cry, you get my daughter in any harm, and it's your ass. That's basically how you can put it.
This battle is sponsored by Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action.
Don't care about that.
Prize Picks, run your game. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Alright, run y'all bets up. Who y'all think winning? Before I let this go. Alright, let me see. Judging by how it looks. Look, either way, whether I'm right or wrong, hey, it's still a good battle nonetheless. But if I were to pick who's gonna win, I would have to go. I'm gonna go with Asura. We'll see. Kratos, the god of war. just shows up to his door. I like how it has like that, like a video game effect and such. Cause, wait, sorry I said and such. I like how it has like that video game type of gameplay where it feels like it, but it's really not. Cause even though it's 3D model, it really gives you like it's in a, like you're playing a game. Gives you that like aesthetic. There we go.
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But not for long.
You do not want this fight.
Hands. I figured this was what it was going to be, more about the hands. Because I know there's always the battles where it has like powers and all. But sometimes you just like to see some hands thrown, man. You just want to see some hands getting thrown. I know I do. Five. Get off of me. Damn. Man hit him with 2 fists to the face. Hold on. Man said, damn. That's what. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It's either 2 hands or all 4 hands, but either way, goddamn, forget 5 fingers to the face. That's freaking 15 to the face. That was like freaking 15 to the face. Nigga, you think you Dragon? What the hell? We in Dragon Ball War now? What the hell? What's that instant transmission shit? Just freaking instant transmission in this bitch now, what the hell? You think you're Dragon Ball now, nigga? You think y'all Goku's? Y'all think y'all Saiyans?
I have been down that road before. Shut up! Very well.
This is a battle right here. This is a battle right here. He ain't gonna die though. Especially seeing his daughter cry. Yep. Yeah, you dead. To be honest, I feel like you dead now. The minute he saw his daughter cry, Kratos, you're cooked. You cooked, my guy. I feel like you're cooked right now, yeah? Exactly. Exactly my point.
This is the fire!
He said it. Asura the Destructor. Goddamn. You're done for, my guy. Yeah, damn. Hey, hold up. Damn!
You deserve a worthy end!
Boy, turn into scorpions and get over here! That boy said, get over here with that shit.
You are a monster no longer. I never was.
Well, I think I was wrong. KO.
KO!
Well, I was wrong.
I guess Asura's wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance, speed seems like a shoo-in for Asura. Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed matter if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived across centuries, obviously a lot longer than Kratos.
And while Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
Uses his
Asura
rage.
easily takes experience. But when it comes to versatility, he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure, Asura's quite skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons, magic,
Basically, yeah.
runes, relics, and even his rage gave him far more options in combat. Slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energies. Like Mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all his mantra energy, that's it for him.
Gone.
So the Draupnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility. And multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could, Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do! If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined, which we see in-game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above,
Hey, one thing
shaking
with-
such an incomprehensibly large
thing
structure
with
would
them,
require enough
they
force
gonna
to
do
destroy
their
our universe's
research.
mass energy 9 million times over.
That's almost 100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakra, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's Wrath 2, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Asura as the sun rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
But what if?
An alternative ending. Yeah, I was gonna say, what if we saw? I was gonna say, cause if I'm not mistaken, even if he gets through a whole lot of battle like this, he doesn't die just like that, right? The only time when he's dying if his mantra is gone, right? So even though he got slayed there, wouldn't he just bring up like you see right now? So what if this was the alternative ending? The shit out of that circle. That's how I feel like it was gonna go. Blast him right back to where his daughter was.
And that concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time on Death Battle.
Let's see what was gonna be the other two. Ghost Rider
Subscribe and join as a
versus
member
Spawn.
to see more Death Battle.
Okay. We have Mortal Kombat versus Ghost Rider. Okay. I could get with that. Shit. I can definitely get with that. Hey. Shout out to Death Battle. Hey. Can't wait to see that one. But hey. That was a fire battle. I ain't gonna lie. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments below. If you made it to the end of this reaction, comment down below. Get over here. And that makes me know you made it to the end. But it's been your boy HumbleZiggy signing out. Stay positive, keep the vibes up. And one more time for Death Battle. I'm out.